Ladies and gentlemen, that is right. We are down on the game field once again. Leaf here with the beautiful man himself. We've got Final Carbon.
Usually on a day like this, we get to ramp up to some sort of finals. But today, every single game that we're going to cast is going to determine if somebody makes it into group play. And later in the day, we're actually going to see if someone just goes home straight up.
Well, that's exactly it. Every match that we're about to watch is super important, and especially with these upsets. This is crazy. I mean, we've seen teams in the past, like Season 2, that are expected to make it, not make it, and that can happen today as every one of these is a qualifying match. And as you said yourself, some people are going home. And a weird situation, as they mentioned on the desk we have now. We have Radiance versus Atelier. I'm going to mess that up so many times. Thanks, Turtle.
I mean, so two things are going to happen because of this. First of all, huge upset. Radiance is on high right now. They just took out Iris, which again, as we said, #1 seed coming in, one of the teams everyone expected. I myself was not prepared for this, but that also means that Atelier wasn't prepared to go against this team. They were probably studying up on Iris, knowing who they'd have to go up against, knowing, how they play. They know how those teams play this. I mean, those 6 people have played at this level before, but now they're playing 3 people that we've never seen: Memory, Lemon Puppy, Halcyon. People we've never seen here at the RLCS. So I think that's going to kind of put both teams for a little bit of a loop. I'm not doing predictions.
Well, it's hard. I mean, we've seen anything can happen to this point because these guys are on a big stage and they know that now. And especially with young players, as they said, like Memory, anything can happen. We have game at #1, Radiance versus Atelier. Come on, Turtle.
You'll get it. Just keep practicing.
I just want to say Atelier. I feel like it's what it should be.
Turtle's up early on!
First one. Turtle trying to show us what's up with his name, at least with a goal. Couldn't put it in. 15 seconds in. They're making a statement right off the bat, showing Radiance that, guys, you shouldn't be here. This is our spot. As I said, they do not want to drop down into that lowers because they will be losing one of their main roster guys if they have to. It is the Matt, though. Can't get that backside touch. Now, Halcyon with a long shot, trying to capitalize on target. Lemon couldn't dunk on Turtle there. A demo will give them a chance to keep on offense, but they lose possession. And now a turnaround. Lots of action already out of the gate here.
I mean, they talked about it on that desk. This is Atelier's chance to really make that point. They thought we're going to be going against the #1 seed, and now they're not. It's a huge upset. This is their time to just try and overwhelm Radiance as much as they can with the skill they have to offer.
Well, Turtle looks like he's going to show some skill here. Some dribs. Couldn't pass Lemon Puppy. He was patient up, but all in the corner. Could be a breakout chance. Remembering hard hit hard enough as it doesn't get past the midfield. Turtle up by himself. Has a little too far shot, try to set up play for both his teams. Both Matt and Sis on the ball. There could have been a scare spot if they got contested at that midfield. Memory, Lemon trying to move up the field. Turtle and Sis pressure on that midfield, though. Don't allow that ball to go back into the end. The defense in a good spot here for Radiance to clear this one out. All people firing on all cylinders right now. So we have a very high-paced game. Already a minute and a half in, 0 goals scored so far. A lot of chances for both teams off the backboard. That one almost tipped in.
That was almost in. Sid really trying to keep pressure on both teams. Committing hard for these balls, but they're not trying to pressure on unless they know they have something worth it.
Matt up the re-rack. That could be any misses. That could have been pushed back. So many misses from everybody here, and that could have been a scoring chance. But Atelier couldn't capitalize with the flick. Says we'll step out into this. See if he can buy time for his teammates. They're back for a boost. All demoed up and what so. Sis and Turtle waiting patiently for Matt to get back into the play here. No one in possession. Duke gets control first. As we approach the halfway mark, it will be Turtle with now a chance for a play to Sis. Lemon Puppy the only one back. Stop from that Batmobile. Up past midfield. Sis ready for Matt, but Matt will not be up. Matt to Lemon Puppy redirect himself. Probably off. Turtle will ready for that anyways. Scoreless in game #1 is past the 5. First qualified match of the day for the RLCS Season 3 League play. North America. Lemon Puppy just can't seem to anything start up. He's up on that offense quite a bit here, but nothing has been started up for their teams.
I'm thoroughly enjoying the style of attacks that both of these teams are approaching. They're actually usually having someone come from the wrong side of the ball. We've seen like on almost 5 separate occasions they're trying to squeeze up from underneath and trying to pop it behind him. That's the pass, but taken by Halcyon just in time.
Almost able to connect with a passing play there, and you're right. And that's something I've seen a few teams here. G2 Halcyon trying to double tap himself. Couldn't quite, but the flank shots are critical. So many teams are getting saving. And that's a pass to Matt. Lemon, we've been the last one back on defense quite a bit here. He's all over the field, but stopping every advance from Matt. They can't get in the net. Sis off target there. Halcyon.
Very well touched by him. He was the last one that bounced right in front of net. Here again off the backboard. A lot of communication, but I think 2 went for that.
Turtle can't follow that himself, and you're right. Dude did go off the backboard, and we saw only room for 1 spider in the game on each team. They had 2 could have been Gary in front of that rough spot. Just pushing his way through. Been able to find a hole in the defense though. They will be able to get those together. Turtle spot reads that post bounce just incorrectly.
I don't expect that to be dropping into the net. He expected it to cross all the way through, but now Matt Sizz will work together. Turtle, I like, he's back. He's waiting patiently because he knows it'd be a bit too much of a risk.
Well, Memory did have a chance for a hard clear that gets it to Halcyon instead. And off the backboard, Turtle has a chance. Stuffed up once again. Lemon Puppy. Still shut here now. Matt back out. Turtle and Matt were a little too far. They had to stop that advance. Will be another chance with 30 seconds left. Still no goal scored by either of these teams. Radiance is putting up a fight. Lemon Puppy, a run on defense so far. But we'll see if Atelier can get a chance to start up here. We have Matt ready for pass. Sid needs to get control of the situation in the corner. We can't. Lemon Puppy, Halcyon, they get that one cleared down. Memory is ready if they can get something going on. Sizz will interrupt the play. 10 seconds left, and no one's real possession here. Turtle's going to try one last-ditch effort as we come down to that final countdown. And maybe at an overtime in game at number 1. If this doesn't go in and drop straight to the ground, we're going to see it.
Overtime first game, way to foreshadow the rest of the day. I'm hoping that every game is going to be just this close, but I'm sure the players definitely don't.
Well, a kickoff can spell a momentum reset. We'll see if someone can take advantage of that right now. The ping pong will show no one has real possession off that kickoff. Memory, though, up to Halcyon. He could be a pass down off the backboard to 11.
Oh, my!
They find the back of the net for the first goal and the win in game number 1.
Incredible fault. Memory touches that up. Look at this from Halcyon. Sizz tried to read underneath it. He actually had a real good idea. He wanted to gently touch that off the corner. So he floats to the other crossbar, waits for it to come down. But Halcyon didn't let it even drop that far. He didn't want to let Sizz get that touch. Drops it right down in front, and Lemon Puppy there to secure the goal. A fantastically played just move there by Radiance, and they take the first game.
I'm sure this isn't what Atelier was wanting at this point, and Radiance is still probably on a high from winning their last match against Iris, and they are showing it on the field. That was insane pacing right off the start. I mean, it looked like Atelier was going to maybe have a bit of dominance. They started off really quick, they started off solid, but they couldn't connect with the back of the net. I mean, we saw Lemon Puppy all over the field. As you said, a lot of people upfield, ready for those redirects. We also saw Lemon Puppy, the last one back on defense every single time, not letting a single shot get near to that net.
Well, that's really good, especially if you're going to have two teammates that are going to go up for passing plays a lot. You're going to have, Memory, as we know, he's a really strong mechanical player. It's his first showing here, but he wants to show that he's been putting all the time in for this last, 2 years that he hasn't been able to compete. But when you have somebody that you know can be back, yeah, hold on. Do I? No, I've got it good.
Yeah,
okay,
you got it right.
Sure I got it right. Yeah. All of a sudden, I got the team names wrong. Everyone's swapping teams on me. But when you have somebody that you know can be back, you can confidently go for a lot more things. And if you know that one person is never going to be greedy and they're always going to be the first one to stay grounded and drop back, you're like, all right, well, I know I can actually take a little bit more of a risk and take this kind of weird touch off the backboard. Whereas a lot of players, if you don't have that one player that might stay grounded, you have to play it safe more often as an individual.
There's one thing I noticed a couple times we had a little bit of too much a push-up from the offense from Atelier, and I'm just waiting for that to bite them in the butt. Well, hopefully, they won't allow that to seek through too much coming into game number 2. Radiance taking game number 1 in an overtime with a nice, beautiful passing play in the slot. They're trying to keep an offense here from Atelier at bay. Turtle to 50-50, but he's out of the play now. Matt says we'll have to back off. Lemon Puppy pushes himself through. Sizz with control. He has a chance where John here, but I don't know what he's trying with that one.
I think he expected her to contest him, so he would pop it over him. With no contesting, it just looked really wonky.
Halcyon with the right idea there, but Matt was there to get in the way of it. Lemon Puppy a little bit off on his touch. Sizz will keep it to the side. A lot of awkward aerial touches right now in the first minute of gameplay of game number 2, as both teams try to find their footing. Get them some traction to get a play start up here. Good boxing there from Lemon Puppy. Allows him to take control and move that back out of midfield, but Turtle is ready back. Saw that play developing. All three of them once again in that same spot. And one person contest from Radiance. That could spell a goal on an open net. They have to watch out for that. Still, much luck. Game number 1, 0 goals scored so far. Only a minute past, 4 minutes left. Lots of time for plays to develop. Turtle to himself off that sideboard. No one to follow up a pass there. As Metten's wait back. There's a pass play to the other. Duo couldn't get him through to Halcyon as he tries to get a midfield boost. That'll be Turtle instead, making a 50 there. Low ball. His Memory tries to place it up. Either team having difficulty finding any opportunities to even get into the slot at this point.
Yeah, and one of Atelier's kind of, I don't want to use the word mistake, just you see them dedicating a lot of players to the same ball. It's because
they have the slide to the follow-up. He finds the spot. Is tried to get that short side. Couldn't. Turtle's there.
I'm actually glad that he missed. Halcyon was there. He pre-jumped. Sizz would have had to get wide angle way right, but at way positioned car going into that, he didn't have to put it in the backboard. It's hard to know exactly how intentional, but generally a player that skill would make the shot if he wanted. So I think he intentionally put it over to the side, which then gave it wide open because Halcyon had no choice but to pre-jump and try and save the first shot. When it never showed up, he was then just way out for the next shot coming in.
A whiffed shot is sometimes a great pass. Depending on what that was, it worked out for them. A goal, and Matt with another one trying the solo play. Halcyon blocks that one out as it hits close to that goal line. Turtle will leave that Matt, getting boosted up. Bad touch there. Matt goes over to Halcyon. They lose possession. Sizz is for the play. That will leave Turtle back a touch out to the midfield. Matt tries to continue the momentum down towards that blue end. He does. Radiance forced back onto defense. No one were there, though. That's rough for Lemon.
No!
Halcyon somehow keeps it out. How did they manage that?
They didn't. They honestly didn't. That was just a lot of circumstance, and it should not go in. That would have been a 2-0 lead halfway through this game. That would have been fantastic for them. Right about now, I think one goal left is where I like to see Atelier really start coming to their own, really putting the fire underneath them. They're a team that has really positive vibes, but I think having a lead is going to make them perform much better.
Turtle tried the shot, but caught the bottom corner there of the flint. Popped up a little bit high for his third to come in and take a shot on that open net. Turtle really showing aggression, like forced himself on the ball quite a bit in these last 2 matches. It's a rough spot.
Sizz still got it. Lemon Puppy came up. Sizz had to jump out of the way. He still managed to block that shot. Incredible.
2 weird saves so far, 1 from each team. Lemon Puppy trying for the double tap. Couldn't find that top corner. Puts it away, and again, Turtle now with a flick to Sizz. Sizz can't win out the 50-50. Halcyon, Matt will have to be there to sort him instead. Into the corner. Memory with a flip, loses control though because of that. And Turtle will get the pop up to Sizz. He'll back off. No one on the far side there. Finally, Matt comes up, but too late. Lemon Puppy, good pass to Halcyon as Memory follows up on the third. They lost pressure on that one. Turtle with air dribble. Pop!
Oh my God!
Turtle's getting foot up! You got
Turtle! Turtle is an absolute buster. He misses it, so he just pops himself just underneath it. Reads the ball perfectly, comes off the post, sets himself up. The post touch, not 100% potential, but that touch off the ground, a monstrous touch from Turtle.
Incredible, and with only a minute of gameplay left, that might have been setting things in stone at this point. And I think Turtle's feeling the momentum at this point.
Oh, Turtle's feeling it right now. After, I had a feeling with 1 goal up is all they really need. They need the confidence to know that they're in this.
Oh, absolutely. Giving up another game wouldn't have been fun, because that is down to the lowers, but tying this up 1-1 will be critical because you're back at an even playing field. And then put yourself at match point. Our first qualifier of the day for play for NA. Radiance now to Atelier. Looks like they'll find themselves a point as well in the next 30 seconds, as long as they can keep Radiance at bay. And that's all that they do. They don't have to score anymore, as they have a nice little cushion, 1 goal cushion. Matha with the long shot. That might find the back of the net. Lemon Puppy waits the last second. Keep that at the side. Turtle's not ready to give up pressure yet, as they just keep the pressure on. 10 seconds left, and I'm thinking game number 2 is Atelier.
Well, you're thinking good, Leaf, because I don't think they're going to come back from this. 1 point to 1 point, and remember, this is a best of 5. Next 2 points for other teams going to take it, so they keep it tied up. Atelier managing to get a point for themselves, and when you just think about the mentalities of both of these teams, Radiance, a team that already had a monstrous upset on their side. They took out Iris just before this. They're already doing better than I'm assuming they expected themselves to do. Not taking anything away from them, but Iris, the #1 seed, you probably don't project yourself to beat them in the upper bracket. Atelier, 3 players that have all been around, players that were in RLCS, some were even at LAN, as starters or as subs. They have everything to lose right now. So if you just think about the mentalities of the 2 of them and the pressure on the both of them, Radiance, probably not as much pressure. I mean, at this point, they're like, oh my God, we've gotten this far. I mean, still a lot, don't get me wrong. This is a qualifying match. If they win this, they're going to be like on cloud 9. But you look at Atelier, a team that like kind of expects themselves to hopefully make it back to group stage because they've been there time and time again. Going against a team that had a huge upset, I mean, they have to be thinking about it.
Well, I'm wondering if we're going to see a change of pace now. I mean, Radiance did take game number 1, and it was very close. It was just barely. It was in an overtime, I think, like 40 seconds in, and they were finally able to take it. Very close match, but now we saw the momentum change huge. I mean, 9 shots to 4. That's quite a big difference, especially when we saw 0 goals in the first game. And now Atelier coming out with a 2-0 win on the second one. I mean, it looks like they might be getting to the pace. Game number 3 will spell it out, but this could be the chance. I mean, Turtle looks like he's feeling good now.
Turtle is, and he's definitely a player that when he has his confidence, he really can showcase his mechanical skill. But sometimes he does struggle with that. Sometimes he doesn't feel so great about himself, and he really has a hard time making sure that he's able to give his team his all. Because what's really cool about the team, really the entire team of Atelier, is they've got such good positive, like, just emotions when they're playing, but they also feel a lot of responsibility for their own mistakes, which sometimes can be really self-defeating.
Well, we're going to find out if that momentum carries forward. Atelier versus Radiance, game number 3. As Maz a chance to drop a first one in, a nice soft side touch, and there's first one 15 seconds in.
The drive by Sizz. Look at Bait. He gets just goes down. Memory actually gets a nice touch, but it's not going to be enough hard enough. If you land it off your own back, you'd better give it a full slam.
Get it right out of there. Wasn't quite able to. First goal for Atelier. We'll see if Radiance can pull this one back. They're tied up in the series 1-1. So they can do this. As we saw in game number 2, kind of shifted towards the favor of Atelier. Turtle pushed way up. Sizz will have to come in as a third. That's a rough spot, though. Halcyon might be able to follow up. Can he get this on Sizz? Can't. Gets the boost at least. Takes that away from Lemon Puppy. Now 2 out of the play. A move down the other side of the field. Counterattack failing as Sizz puts it out of the reach of Turtle. Matt having to defend a counter attack. Halcyon off the crossbar. Lemon Puppy a little bit too close up. Couldn't fall through with a shot of his own. Only 1 in a gameplay pass so far, and we see attacks from both sides coming through pretty strong now. 1 goal already being sunk by Atelier, as no one had any control here.
We've seen both teams kind of suffer from putting 2 people up for the same ball, but I couldn't even really tell you most of the time which of those players would have had a better touch. They both had fine touches. They both would have given it to each other, but they're both trying to get that pass out a little too quick without communicating it. So then both go same touch.
Yeah.
Either one could have done it. It's a matter of making sure both of you do it.
Lemon trying to go for a little bit of a juke there, couldn't find it, but does put them on offense. We'll see if Turtle breaks himself out of the box. He does a little bit, enough for boost, but Lemon Puppy's still right back for another attack. Halcyon on the roof, is up for a shot. Way wide of that one, and Turtle chance to clear to midfield. Lemon Puppy with a good rotation, keeps it in. Can't follow up off the roof though. Matt, Sizz, Turtle trying to break out own end. They're having difficulty, good amount of pressure coming up. Radiance, they really want to have this one up. A second touch, almost off Matt's save. In, but Memory could connect back net. Halcyon there to the far side, Lemon Puppy again. Trying for that back touch. No real hard clear connect from Atelier. This finally could be their chance, but it's been over a minute. They've been stuck in their own end, unable to break it.
I think a lot of that touch, a lot of those touches were intentional. You don't want to throw it away if you can avoid it, especially hard shot going from mid. So they're trying to gently put it to the corner, give them time to recollect positioning, get through the net. Eventually they'd get a nice hard touch, which they've done so now twice.
Couple missed touches there on offense. Could have had some chances there for Radiance. They weren't able to break past that defense. Turtle, waiting too long. Lemon Puppy will be able to capitalize and tie it up.
This is just, I believe he just thought he knew what was going on the map. Oh, Turtle backwards. Turtle! I couldn't tell he was backwards. I thought he was being patient and waiting for that ball, knowing that no one was contesting it. Wanted to try and keep control, but instead he was actually backwards, so he wasn't able to get there. I think at the same time he also thought he had a little bit more time to buy because he didn't even attempt, a half flip or try to go backwards.
We're all tied up now with 2.5 minutes left. Radiance showing they're not out of this one yet. And we'll see if they can pull themselves into the lead, or if we're going to have another answer there from Atelier as they move back down to their own end. Halcyon getting just destroyed into that end. He'll be out of the play. He's just going to try to be a nuisance coming from the flank there. Lemon Puppy once again out of the play. Going for a bad boost grab. That'll be a chance for Matt. Turtle trying to interrupt that defense well. Weird touch there from Messi. Doesn't really manage to do anything for his team. That'll be the last one back once again on fence. Getting to a chance for offense here for Atelier. Just can't that read off. Lemon Puppy spawn on the right side. A chance for them to get counter attack. Out to Halcyon. Can't find the corner. Turtle will be able to keep that one back.
This yet again, you see them staying back. They're just going to keep it in the corner. Look at how beautiful that was. Cutting off all the angles, make it roll along the side. They don't have much of an angle, and if they do, you're probably going to cut it off pretty easily anyways. But they take their time when clearing it out. They don't just recklessly fling it.
But you do see a good counter for that from Radiance. They're waiting for all those touches to happen at midfield. Sending it back in. What a shot from Matt, though. Memory forced up to keep that one out as we approach the final minute of gameplay. Couldn't find back in the net on that one. Memory flicked out away from himself. To lose possession. Turtle pinches in the wrong landscape spot for Sizz. He does finish to 50-50 though. Lemon Puppy there. Halcyon creepy close. Trying to find his way in there to get a touch on the ball himself. Turtle off the backboard. Matt up to the far side. Can't find the net. A miss shot off the far post. They're going to have to try again. 40 seconds. That could have been it for them. Memory keeps that to Halcyon.
But they keep getting 1-2 touches. I really want to give Radiance a lot of credit. If they're ever going to put it to the side, they have another player coming full force of the side to make sure hard clear, to make sure that no dunking hang, no cheeky stuff on up.
Ooh, it's a touch on Matt. Love it. Power shot off the post crossbar. Sorry, couldn't find the net again. 2 missed shots coming out for both teams here. 10 seconds left. We're tied up. Might see an overtime left. The capitalize here. We have a 1-1 situation, but Matt does force himself through. Possession lock. Halcyon is with hard clear. That's going to drop back down first. They'll let that one go overtime.
Smart Turtle.
Second overtime.
Second overtime between these two teams. It's got to be a little frustrating because every time you go into overtime, and it's next goal wins. It's the golden goal. So it's so much stress built up on this, and you have to play a little bit different. You generally see teams play a bit safer because even if it goes in on standard time, you're like, okay, well, we'll make it back up. We still have 3 minutes left. And this, even the silliest goal, if it rolls in, you're done.
Like this could be it. A bad pass over there. Turtle waited for that. Matt now with a power shot. Far side way too wide. Seen Atelier missing quite a few shots they should have in the back of the net. Memory with touch out to Halcyon. He tries to get up. A bump there mid-air from Memory. Sizz will be able to play for a while, but it doesn't matter. And Matt gains control. Turtle is waiting back, knowing his other teammates at play. There's a touch to the far side. No one there. Rope wall could go in anyone's favor here. Sis gets it. Turtle, no follow-up. Still there from Matt. He finds it. A double touch off the defender. And there it is. Atelier taking it. Game number 3.
This from Turtle through maybe completely for a little bit. Then Matt and Halcyon just shred each other. And Matt stays high on that contest. Matt can get that dunk. And they will secure an overtime. And you mentioned it a few times. There were a couple shots that were off. But of all the things for a top team to fix, taking better shots is the easiest thing to fix. If your rotations are off, if you're really, going for the same thing, you're bumping into each other, your communication's bad, that's really hard to fix on the spot, especially in the middle of a tournament. But you're tweaking your shot just a little bit to make it more on target. Every pro can pull that off as long as they can keep their head down and make sure they can stay, having the right mentality to take the accurate shot they need.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see it. There was a momentum change, kind of stopped here, but we'll see if it carries on. I mean, in game number 1, we did see Radiance doing a really good job of holding up, but then something happened here, and it turned the Ateliers in their favor. And, as you're seeing with these right here, these are kind of the defining moment for Ateliers' kind of momentum change. Turtle with a beautiful touch with his own air dribble off the wall on a follow-up. I think that's what changed the tide here. We had Atelier just starting to feel themselves down with Turtle gaining momentum. I think that gave confidence to his team.
Yeah, so pretty.
That's all you can do. And I think that's going to carry through. I mean, game number 3, a little closer, but they still seem to have a lot of control on the field. You said a lot of their defensive flicks and touches out were calculated. They weren't just slamming into the ball. Both teams doing a good job of thinking about it. But, I mean, Atelier still looking strong on this field, but I'm not counting Radiance out yet. This is a match point now for a qualifying spot.
And to talk a little bit about those of you that maybe haven't watched in a while, usually see air dribbles. Air dribbles were all the rage not that long ago. But now if you watch what Turtle did, he actually faked the air dribble. He acted like he was going to carry it up. He never did. And then what's he going to do? Is he going to touch it one more time? You're giving yourself more options so you're harder to read. And that's what we're seeing a lot of top skill players doing an early pass off from Turtle over to Matt, almost giving them an opportunity right off the bat.
Well, that's how we see meta changes. New techniques come out. You have to advance on it, but we're going to see if Atelier can advance on to the league play as they're at match point now. This best of 5 on the upper bracket. Radiance, facing a drop to the lower pit. Atelier looking for one more win to secure them to spot in and league play. We'll see if we can do it here. 30 seconds in. It's Sis trying to get first goal. Matt up just to contest, at least keep the pressure on and force that defense. Make some moves. There's a chance for Turtle to pop up. Can third come in? He will sit there to put it in front of the net. Halcyon keeps it away. Matt was ready to get that as it crossed along the line. Counter attack from Lemon Puppy and Halcyon. It will be control of Sis and Turtle, but they're bumped. Good Matt was in on the other side. Weird touch from him. Does go into the hands of Memory as he tries to bring an attack. One-on-one situation here. Memory. Demo coming from Halcyon. Almost. Turtle does get out of the way in time. Not enough. The Lemon Puppy finds back of the net.
Direct from Lemon Puppy. Boom. Turtle gets stuck in defense. We see Memory with that first touch. Turtle came out. He thought he had it, but it's a little bit too far on the backboard. One of the hardest things to do is to read it off your own backboard, especially if it goes that far out. I talked about it earlier. A defender tried to touch it up his own backboard, but it was a little bit too short, and then ended up resulting in a perfect pass.
Well, Turtle was in such a rough spot. I mean, he had to move because he had someone coming for a demo.
Yeah.
And you had a touch coming off the backboard. You had to do something. Really rough spot, but great play from Radiance. They set themselves into the lead. They don't want to be out of this yet. They want to bring this to another. Almost a drop down for Turtle. Lemon Puppy will get in the way again. Or sorry, Halcyon, who will carry it to the midfield. Turtle and Matt trying to get some sort of nice touch. Redirect towards the net is on target. Lemon Puppy once again on the way. Matt on target off the backboard. No one there to follow it up. Lemon Puppy takes control. Loses it quickly again. He gives that position to Sis. At least gets a bump by his teammate more time as they're on backfield. A drip from you, said Memory to Turtle. Falls up himself. Off backboard. Touch out to Halcyon. He's up. Can he get out off the backboard to another teammate? Lemon be too far back. Been expecting that to go in their favor. A little rough on his calculation there, and that will go back to midfield. They're still into a low lead, but a little bit rough in defense, showing some chances for Atelier. They're just not capitalizing quite yet. They're looking for that perfect time. Don't need to rush anything, being only 1 goal behind. But with 2.5 minutes left, time is slowly counting down to a win for Radiance. Matt off target on his jump. Halcyon and Lemon Puppy get a team shot to the corner. Lemon Puppy once again off target. As both teams slow down the pace a bit and try to get an actual play started instead of just slamming themselves into the ball. Matt to Turtle. That'll be in unless Lemon Puppy. Way too soft of a shot from Turtle.
Turtle didn't want to miss the shot, so he took his time, and he got the weak shot in the whip. Might actually let that roll in slowly, but no, it was off target, and Matt was there to save it. And now Turtle's probably a little bit pissed at himself. I think he wants to get really aggressive now and redeem that.
Well, and I have to, especially approaching the 2 minutes left. Will have to put on some more pressure if they don't get a goal now. But okay, they can tie it up. with an open net, no one there to block it.
You don't see this very often. You saw Memory take it real slow. I don't know where his teammates were. It's really hard to see from the replay. Halcyon and Puppey, I think they were trying to grab boost. I don't know what it was. In a situation like that, if you're Memory and your teammates are nowhere near net, they need to A, let you know, and B, you need to try your best to just contest that ball at all times. And it went over.
Oh, what a save from Turtle as he flies across the goal line. Just stopping that off the kickoff. Keeps themselves in this. That was almost a quick answer from Radiance. We'll see if they can turn that back down the other field. Sure, Radiance was hoping that was going to be one. Now they have to try yet again. Minute 24 left. Hurts that touch there as a Lemon Puppey goes flying by. Force shot on target. A little soft there. Lemon Puppey will be able to get possession.
Soft, but a nice angle, so high up on net, he was able to put on target, force that defender out. The idea behind that is still make the defender makeable. He has to go for it.
Good out there. It's Memory, but he couldn't capitalize on that one. Back to defense. Matt trying to be a nuisance, does absolutely nothing. No boost for him either. Good touch to the side for Halcyon, but Turtle does intercept Memory's touch. There's going to be Matt to Turtle. Turtle's out of the play. He'll just back off quick and lets Matt do it himself. Almost another touch, but Memory does the save. They are putting on pressure now. You see Atelier really putting on a lot of attack. Matt, though, couldn't get in the way. Lemon Puppey carry it the other way by himself there.
37 seconds left. We see it clear from Memory out to Lemon Puppey, and look at Arrow on that bar. He wanted to touch it with the top of his bar to keep the momentum and the power behind that redirect. If he'd hit a bottom, it would have died right in front of him, and it would have been much easier to save, but he kept the power on it and placed it so perfectly to that top left corner.
With 30 seconds left, Radiance finds himself looking to maybe bring this to another game. Yes, to game 5. As Atelier finds himself down a goal. Can they do it? Almost to Bardowski there. Off that kickoff. Matt, a flick to Turtle. Turtle tries to find the net. He does! What a pass play! They bring themselves back in this game with 15 seconds left.
Giving them a taste of their own, man. It's out to Turtle. He goes for this. Memory, he tried so hard. Memory actually a perfectly defensive maneuver going straight towards the middle, but Turtle does better than that. He is better than that. He went for the corner. The harder to read shot and the harder to save.
You are not defending that as Radiance. No way, but another one. Turtle forced to defend this. Coming in clutch for his team right now with a shot and a save. Can they keep it up with 3 seconds left? They do! They can! Lemon puts it in!
Just Radiance stay alive and bring it to game 5. This is their chance. If they lose this game, they will be brought down lower bracket, but they're Lemon Puppey and Halcyon.
It wasn't even Lemon Puppey should get credit. He got pull shot. It was teammate throws him into the ball. With 2 seconds left, they can still do this, but very unlikely as Halcyon sets this down as best as possible. Sizz trying to keep it alive for Matt. He puts it up the wall. They still have a chance of flick out. Sizz to follow that one. Can they do it? Don't go! Oh, Memory! You don't do that to us!
Memory actually just had a full-on panic attack. Memory? Oh! Bringing it to game 5.
What is this?
Radiance stays alive. Both of these teams now fighting. Remember, this is a qualifying match. Whoever makes this win, this next game, this is it. This is a best of 5. We're going to game 5. Both teams now tied to 2. Whoever gets this win will qualify into group stages. Whoever doesn't, they're not done for the day. They'll be in the lower bracket, but they still have more games to play. And after being that close, after seeing it, you can just get a little touch. You know you're right there. You can see group stages right in front of you. If you lose that sight, it's going to be really frustrating going through the lower bracket.
I need to see that again because I still don't know what just happened in those last 30 seconds. Look at Memory. You don't do that to your team, man.
You know Lemon Puppey and Halcyon were just about to scream.
They were freaking out.
They were about to scream.
I was freaking out. That was so close, but Radiance is able to bring it to game number 5. This is the RLCS. This is what I expected. These teams are fighting for their spot into league play. This is incredible. Radiance not giving up yet. So close. I mean, Turtle came in so clutch at the end to keep themselves in it, but it didn't follow through as Radiance was able to take that. We are in game number 5. You just said it yourself. This is the qualifying game. Not even a series anymore. This is the qualifying game between Radiance and Atelier. One of these teams is into the lower, still have a chance, but one of these teams is guaranteed now a spot into the NA League play. Will it be Atelier or Radiance as we come into game 5? I'm hoping this next match is going to be like that one. Actually, I don't know if I can take it. We have a lot more matches the rest of the day.
No, it's the first match of the day.
And we're already seeing this. Other teams, watch out. You have a lot to live up to. This is insane. Sizz and Turtle will try to start off a play in game number 5 to set themselves into the lead early here as they move down onto offense. Demo gives a chance. Matt was putting that in and he saved it. Oh, that was cool. Oh my goodness, he's got to hit up for that one. See if they can try again as they try to drop out in front. Game 5 looking like game number 4. Going for the tap on target. Lemon Puppy will be there. Partially crossing the line. Good dunk. Halcyon. Lemon Puppy though can't get there in time. Turtle control. Matt and Sis. Turtle and Sis both back for boost. Matt straight to net in case Turtle loses control, and he does. And there will be Matt. The clear to the side. Lemon Puppy keeping the pressure on, but Matt tries to get to Sis. Loses 50-50. Turtle will come up instead. A flick on target off the backboard. Matt can't put it on target. Good idea from Sis to back out. Halcyon and Lemon Puppy both had a chance to clear it out. Set up the play instead. There's me up for a touch. Can't get a solid one. It'll be a little weak. Now back down into the blue end. Lemon Puppy Halcyon ready for a play to start up, but that touch goes too far forward. Of course, Sis will be on that spider touch. Clear down to midfield. Good pressure coming out from Radiance at the moment. Minute 30 in, still no goals. Both teams know that goal could spell the win.
Atelier seem to tighten that bolt on their communication. We don't see them go for as many of the same balls as we did earlier in this season, and they seem to be backing off. Smarter moments, almost didn't even come. I wasn't impressed for that.
I think it was either Matt, it's a second touch, but goes off the crossbar. Twice now, Matt's had these chances and just can't find a goal for his team. That's a rough
2-1
spot.
up on defense.
Halcyon tries to lead it. He saw Lemon Puppy. Good communication from, if we're going to talk about communication, from Radiance there, making sure two people didn't go for it. Had Halcyon gotten the touch, it would have gone straight out to an attacker from Atelier, but you're absolutely right, and that's what shows a good team. Atelier making the changes they need to keep themselves in this, because we know Radiance is probably going to capitalize. They see people going to the ball again. And this could be a chance for Memory to push hard. They don't. No counter-attack there. Could have been a chance to put it deep into Atelier's end. Able to create a play out of it. Puppy trying to pick out their own end. They're having difficulty. This could be a chance, though. One guy back on defense. Halcyon getting frisky. A flick from the Batmobile on target. The other Batmobile says, I'm Batman, and gets the stop. Sis keeps that one out. The attack still on from Halcyon, though. A good starvation rotation coming in now. It's like from a Radiance that drops in front, but they back off. Maybe not expect that.
Turtle 1 got a slightly more gentle touch to follow that up, but it came off his car just a little too fast. He lost control of it. It got in front of him. Luckily, they all dropped back and got ready for defense. Memory, you're almost insane.
That would have been insane as Lemon Puppy popped that one back up to Memory. They try to get a back pass aerial play started up. Sis can't put
Turtle
that on.
Get a bump on Memory in it.
Matt, last one back. No one's there. A long shot is going to be wide. But Halcyon, of course, going to be there. First goal
on a pinch
with a minute 40 left. That could be the game-winning goal.
On a pinch, touch. That's got so frustrating. But Red so quickly, Halcyon, boost. I think he picked up that last second, but he was just flip his heart out to try to get there in time. He knew that no one was back. That's got to be so frustrating on a pinch for it to go back, but you have to sometimes be prepared for things like that.
With a minute 38 left, we see Radiance now up 1 goal against Atelier. Radiance not even expected to be at this point. We're in a game number 5. This will be a qualifying game if they can hold on to this lead for them. We'll see if they can extend it, maybe as Halcyon tries to get another Lemon Puppy for the touch from Turtle, as Turtle moves back down to midfield. Remember himself, can't get another one. It'll be a chance for Sis to clear up to Matt. Matt wait for that wall bounce. Gave much time for Lemon Puppy, though. That will be counter attack chance. Puppy throws in a target. Turtle forced back on a defense. Final minute of gameplay now. Atelier down, looking at a lower bracket run if they do not tie this one up quickly. Now Matt up to Sis. Can't time Puppy with a great intercept. The speed on them now. They are feeling this. That's a shot on target off the post. They almost extended their lead. 45 seconds left now. A counterattack. Look at Atelier trying to push up hard on that midfield line. They know they have to get a play started. They do not want to drop down because they will be losing one of their main roster players. Once they're down in the lower.
If you put that on target, that could have been it, and now it's going to leave up to Turtle. Halcyon left all alone in a 3v1. It was not the best touch by Turtle, so he was able to get through. Turtle's going to try and turn around. They have 20 seconds.
This is it. 20 seconds left. As you said, Radiance now up in the lead. They hold up. Matt! Gonna touch there. They still have a Turtle. Needs to show aggression here. Up past nobody but Halcyon, and he will push this back on offense. First team with 5 seconds left. We might be seeing Atelier, whatever you want to call them now, down into the lower, because it might not matter for them, as they will let this drop. And Radiance taking out both Iris and Atelier, whatever Turtle, to put them down in the lowers, and they find themselves a qualifying spot into NA League play. I really wish we had player cams for these guys right now.
For those of you that are just tuning in, don't worry. This actually is the first match of the day.
Yes.
And it is already starting off in such a mess. Everyone's predictions, just throw them out now because they're done. Radiance able to take out Iris the round prior to this and just took out Atelier in a magnificent 5-game series. Remember, they're not done though. Atelier in the lower bracket.
Correct.
They still have a chance, but I had heard there might be some issues. I don't know if Sizz is going to be able to continue on from here out. So that was their chance to really try and capitalize on having their full starting roster. So it's going to be a struggle for them from here on, but Radiance, holy games. Congratulations. Such fast-paced skill from these guys. I loved watching them.
Well, I kind of want to hear from the desk how that bracket is looking now, because I don't even want to look at it, so we'll let them deal with it. What do you guys?